When international students study in Australia, for the local students, the world comes to them instead of them having to travel around the world. And when they interact with more and more international students from different countries or different diverse students from the same countries, it is possible for local students to actually understand the cultures in more detail and create that zest, create that feeling that, oh, I really want to travel to these countries, get to know a larger cohort of people. I mean, they would have friends from, collect a few friends from certain countries, which would give them an idea of the belief systems, the traditions and cultures, the rituals that take place in a certain country. But that interest could create an initiative for the local students to travel overseas, to travel abroad, to get to know more about the culture by looking at a more diverse and a larger cohort of people. Now, this is definitely good for student mobility. This is definitely good for the countries because more local students travel overseas, more international students travel to Australia or other Western, you could say, travel to the Western world. It creates a dialogue. It creates further interaction of cultures. It creates awareness as well, which is not possible simply by reading newspapers. The awareness, the knowledge that is attained by interpersonal communication, through one-on-one communication, through one-on-one interactions is far more deep, it's far more rich compared to the one obtained by simply reading books. So international students coming to Australia, Australian students visiting the countries of international students is definitely good. It has to be encouraged even more. And this can be done by providing avenues where travel costs are subsidized, where there is more awareness about countries that are not very popular. Well, if we look at the trend currently, there are certain countries that are very popular for international travel, whereas some countries get left out. If you look at the South Asian region, India pops up or Sri Lanka pops up as the most popular destination. But what about Nepal? What about Bangladesh? What about Afghanistan? Now, as soon as people are listening to me, they would say, oh, well, we are not probably sure if we want to send our students to Pakistan, or we are not sure if we want to send our students to Nepal because of the earthquakes, or to Afghanistan. But this is where the awareness comes into play. All of Pakistan is not the same. All of Afghanistan is not the same. They have a lot of developed cities as well. They have a lot of rich culture that can be explored in a very safe environment. And this is where the research and the funding needs to go, to create an awareness that it's not only certain countries where the exchange should take place, but there is a scope for larger regional areas where students can actually interact in a very safe manner.